Alright, Jason here from newtonswave.com, and today we're looking at Burger USDT. I'm going to show you how to get your entry and exit points on it using Newton's Wave. Newton's Wave, if you don't know what it is, it's an electromagnetic sine wave. It's the source behind the candlestick price pattern. That's all it is. The candlestick is just a pattern, is just a shadow. If you trade it, it's like trying to tell the time on a clock without a clock face. Newton's wave is the clock face, right? And the peaks are like the minute hands. So now scientists discovered that you can just, get your entry and exit points almost 100% accurate. And they discovered that Newton's wave is responsible, right? It not only precedes, but it dictates price action because it's a pattern, right? It moves in a particular way and causes the price to act in a different way. Buyers, right, don't have any impact, right, on price going up or down. It's based on the pattern of Newton's wave. It's as simple as that, right? Only the frequency of buying and selling determines how quick the actual pattern gets drawn out. Right, so let's try and find out where we are using Newton's wave. So first of all, I look for the lowest point on Newton's wave, which is here. So what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that the entire bear run, which has been going on, oh man alive, for almost 2 years now, well, since April 21, just over a year, getting on 2 years, has basically, that is where it actually finished the bear phase and actually started to turn around. So how many peaks have we got here? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3. So this division here tells me that this is a peak. So if I just put it on here so you can see. All right, so basically that's a peak there. The next big dip we've got is here. So that's 2. So there. So that basically, so if I show you this, right, that's the end of bear phase 1. This is the end of bear phase 2, and this is the end of bear phase 3. And you know that you've pretty much got it spot on because the phases go from large, medium to small. And the last phase is the smallest, where the green triangle is. So that's where we know. So we know that Burger basically is on the up. Now this green triangle here that I'm showing you is actually the first macro peak up. On the other side, that is the first price peak right there. So if I just make that a bit smaller so it fits on, there we go. So that's the first micro price peak, and since then, as you know, on the 1st of July we had quite a rise. Well, that's because it's doing this now. It's doing 1, 2, and then somewhere around here it's going to do a third one up, and this is the one we're trying to predict now to get our entry and exit point. So basically what's going to happen from here is this. Basically you get 3 actual triangles up, right, which make the main kind of triangle, if that makes sense, the main macro triangle. So we've done 1 macro peak, and this is basically roughly where the second macro peak is going to be, and that macro peak consists of 2 triangles, which I'll show you in more depth in a minute, but I'm just helping you understand what's going on here. So basically at the moment, this is what's happened, right? This is what's happened with Burger. There we go. So that's basically what's happening. So basically we're waiting for the third and final triangle, which will be, I haven't got the heights right, but I'm just giving you the principle here. And basically those 3 triangles make up 1 triangle, if that makes sense. So there you go. And that's what Newton's wave helps you to work out. You just can't work this stuff out without it. Right, so we're on the month time frame. So let's now move down to a 2-week time frame. Now as you move down, you've got to realign these vertical lines because it becomes more accurate, right? Everything gets more accurate, but nevertheless the milestones there are still a constant. All right, so there's your first macro peak up. So now let's come down to where are we now? 1 week. So again, just to realign this, as I realign and get my accuracy, the triangle becomes more focused and targeted. There we go. So there we go. And interestingly, now you can see these 2 little peaks here, can't you, of the triangle forming there. Look at that. So we're waiting for a third one. Now I'm going to show you something very interesting. People ask me, how do you time, when the next trade is going to be? Well, I'll show you what to use. It's called the cyclical time cyclical lines. I'll show you how to use that in a minute, but I'm coming down a few more time frames first. So let's now come down 6 to 6 days. Let's just get everything realigned here. So as I said, as you come down the time frames, everything becomes a lot more accurate with your timing. And let's bring down Newton's wave here. So there you go, you can see the wave there. We've got 1, 2, 3, that's good. So let's come down to 4 days now. There we go, so that's fine, that's fine. Let's make that triangle a tad bigger. There we go, put that into the dip there. Brilliant. Okay, so now let's make the price candlestick a bit bigger, and let me just bring down the so this triangle actually would go on the top of the spike of the candlestick there. And then, as I said before, on the 4 day here now, you can actually see triangle 1 and triangle 2, and it's bottoming out here. So how do we know where the height of the next triangle is going to be, the next price peak? Well, we come to the bottom here of Newton's wave, which is about here, and I put that at the bottom of the candlestick, but I obviously line it up with the bottom of Newton's wave there, because that is when things started to turn. I then come to the top here of this first macro peak and put the fib speed resistance bar on there. Then I scrunch it up, because unless it's scrunched, you don't get an accurate reading of where the price is going to go. So that horizontal line is where the second one hit, right? So look at that, it just shows you how accurate this is. So I just wanted to show you the accuracy of how amazing this Newton's wave is, and the fib. So just putting that to the top. So now what we're going to do, we now use that line right there. So now we come to the bottom of the first triangle here, to the top of the second triangle. We then scrunch it up. We then move this line up to the next top of the next arc there, blue arc. Then we open it up, and that, my crypto fans, is going to what am I doing now? I'm looking for the triangle bar, that's it. So the next triangle is actually going to hit around about here, something like that, and that, as I said, is going to make one complete triangle. There you go, look at that. So that's basically what you're seeing happen here. It's all mathematical, it's all science. There's no flipping, you know, smoke and mirrors with all this. There's no flipping, you know, some people think trying to flipping learn how to flipping, you know, work out price, predict price and movement and ups and downs is kind of, it's just impossible. Do you know what I mean? But it's not. You can work it out to the second. So that basically is where the next price point is. Now people ask me, right, when's it going to happen? Well, this is where these cyclical lines come in. So what you do is you put it to the top of the first peak, that triangle there, you put it to the second, and based on this, I should imagine it's going to turn here, and the peak will roughly be here. Now I say roughly because timing is based on frequency and not volume. Volume is a traditional word that people use. Oh, the more people that buy and invest, the higher it'll go, the quicker it happens. Load of rubbish. You know, if a billion people bought flipping burger now, one person bought a billion burger or trillion burger, right? The price pattern would just get drawn out that much. But if a billion people all bought and sold a million, if a billion people all bought and sold $1 worth of burger, right, a billion times, it would get written out really quickly, the pattern, as Newton's wave, because for every trade that's bought and sell, the pattern gets drawn out, you see. So if you're asking me roughly when this is going to peak, well, I'd put that there, and I'd put that there, and I'd put that there. So you're looking roughly about the 4th of October that this could turn. So anywhere between now, the 21st, and the 1st of August, this will turn, right? But it'll start to rise from that point onwards. And coming to Newton's wave now, we can see that it's done wave peak 1, peak 2, peak 3. So I've told you, didn't I? It's 3 down, and then it's 3 up to form the next peak. So we're very, very close now to our next entry point. If not, it might turn today, it might turn tomorrow. To find out exactly when it's going to turn, you've got to go down into the lower time frames. So I'd go down into a day, into 12 hours, into 6 hours, and then, as you know, it's 3 peaks down. Then on top of the third peak here, I would then look on the, so you've got peak 1, you've got peak 2, you've got peak 3. I'd then go to the top of peak 3 to find 3 peaks down. Then I'd go to the top of that peak to find 3 peaks down. And when it got to the bottom of that 3 peaks, that would be my entry point. And that's how to get your timing spot on. But that's for another video. That's right, I didn't really want to go into that then. But no, the point is, this is how I use, right, Newton's wave to easily and simply just use the science, right, which is really simple, to find how to enter and exit trades really easy. So for me, I'll be coming into Burger very soon now, and then it's going to go from, where are we now? It's going to go from $1.31 all the way to $5.64. So what's that? That's about a 450% rise. So that is going to be a beautiful, beautiful gain for whoever trades that. So listen, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Want to know more information, just go to newtonswave.com. But look, I love trading, I love helping people make money, and I wish you the best success with your trading. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon.